Mardi Gras in New Orleans has always had a gothic element. The voodoo culture dates from the African-American diaspora, though it's now mostly for tourists. But this year there was an authentically macabre dimension to Fat Tuesday. One of the main arteries of the city, Canal Street, has been blocked since a multi-storey hotel building collapsed in October. 3 bodies remain in the rubble, only partially covered. Walking to the famous French Quarter 2 blocks away, you are accosted by hucksters offering to take you on body-sighting tours of the devastation. There could be no more potent metaphor for the condition of urban America. It's in a state of collapse and no one wants to take responsibility. The dead construction workers were Latinos, and there is a widespread suspicion that this could never have happened had they been white. Yet, the mayor of New Orleans, Cantrell, is black. If this is about racial discrimination, then it's not as we know it. Say what you like about the state of public administration in Scotland, the problems with our hospitals and the potholes in our roads, but if bodies had been left unburied on a building site for 4 months in Glasgow, there would have been consequences. Something has gone terribly wrong in America, as the wealth gap widens and people lose faith in democratic politics. A fish rots from the head, as they say here. America isn't working because it has a self-indulgent and irresponsible president in Donald Trump. People are now worrying about the consequences of a coronavirus pandemic. With Trump in charge, one is inclined to fear the worst. The U.S. political system used to be admired across the world. Tony Blair and Gordon Brown were infatuated and tried to remake labor in the image of Bill Clinton's Democratic Party. But he is discredited and the Democratic Party is also in a bad way. Next week, on Super Tuesday, a raft of 14 state primaries register their verdicts on the contenders for the Democratic presidential nomination. Who comes out on top will almost certainly take on Donald Trump in November. But Democrats are in near despair because none of their geriatric frontrunners looks in any shape to take on the Donald. Bernie Sanders, a 78-year-old Democratic socialist, goes into Super Tuesday the favorite, despite his getting a drubbing from his rivals in South Carolina last week. He's fought a good fight and has legions of loyal, mostly young, activists. But he had a heart attack earlier this year and doesn't have the confidence of the Democratic Party establishment. They think that the U.S. is not ready for free university tuition and universal health care. Sanders carries a lot of baggage too, such as his favorable remarks about the Cuban dictator, Fidel Castro. Ominously, he is Trump's favorite candidate. Sanders is faced by anathema. For more on this story, visit the news article link.